Shut up and sit down.
Yo, people, welcome back to the hardware review, and we are back with Uwell. This time we're looking at the Valyrian Pro 2 tank. Look at the size of that. It's a proper chunky monkey. 8mm capacity on there. Now, if you're into chucking clouds and you still want a bit of flavour, this tank could be for you. So when Sourcemore grabbed hold of me and said, do you fancy reviewing this? I was like, do I fancy reviewing it? I fancy chucking some clouds and getting that deep down flavour. Deep within the soul of Little Bro. I don't know where that came from, but we are keeping it in. We know how this review goes. This is the box. That's everything you do get in the box. And that was the box. So, the Valyrian Pro 2 from Uwell. It is a bit of a chunky monkey, as you can see. 26mm ATI, 32mm with the bubble glass. Let's go top to bottom like we normally do. As you can see, it is an 810 drip tip. It is interchangeable, so if you've got your own, you can put it on there. It is a top fill, and it's a button press top fill, as you can see. Now, I've had a little bit of a problem with this. It sort of sits in, it doesn't protrude out, and there's no like arrow there or an arrow or a dot or anything just to show you where it is. It sounds a bit funny, but I've had problems finding it. So, especially on a night time, you're like, where is it? And you start pushing it, it won't pop open. So, you just push it like so, and then it pops open. You've got your juice ports either side, nice big juice ports, no problem filling at all. Then you've got like a rubber gasket at the top that sits on top and makes a seal. Now, if you have a little look at the cap, you'll be able to see it looks like a coil, to be honest with you. It's just like wire wrapped round. Now, I haven't had it where it just pops open in your pocket or out like that, but I just feel that if you sort of caught it by accident and stressed it, it'd sort of like not go back on properly. So it just got that feel. I don't think it's janky, but you can see what I mean. Once you've filled it, just push it and it clicks back in, no problem at all. It is an 8mm bubble glass. Now, you don't get a straight glass with this, you just get a spare bubble glass, and it is 8mm. I've not really heard anything about TPD compliance, and I don't think it would actually work with these big chunky coils. We'll get onto the coils in a second. It is a triple airflow, one there, and one there. And it's extra wide airflow. Is adjustable and it does lock off. If we have a little look at the bottom, it tells you it is the Uwell Valyrian 2 Pro. Kite marks, don't vape in a bin. You've got the Uwell website. Non-adjustable, gold-plated, 510. So the coils, they are really big, chunky coils. Now, pre-installed with this, you get a single mesh. That's a 0.32 ohm, and that's best between 90 and 100 watts. Then you also get a dual. There we go. So you can see inside. You get a dual. This is a 0.14 ohm mesh, and that's best between 80 and 90 watts. Now, you're also going to be able to get a quadruple, which is a 0.15 ohm, and that's best between 100 and 120 watts. And you're also going to be able to get a triple, which is a 0.16 ohm mesh, and that's best between 90 and 100 watts. So that was a look around the Valyrian Pro 2 from Uwell. Now, if you've watched some of my older videos, I used to call them Uwell for some reason. It's a bit like when I was a kid and I used to call them Donimos instead of Dominoes. Silly little bro. And I've just had a massive giggle fit as well saying bubble glass. It's just one of them days. It's one of them reviews. Let's go top to bottom like we normally do. It is an 810 drip tip, interchangeable. Got your own, you can put it on there. It is a top fill. Now, like I showed you, it is a button press top fill. Now, a little bit like the Falcon King, but on the Falcon King, you sort of had a groove, so you could sort of put your thumb around it and you'd find where the button was and you're able to press it. Because it's black on black, you can't really see where the button is. There's no arrow or a dot or any marking to show you where the actual button is. So, even in a well-lit room like this, you're sort of still looking for it. Once you find it, no problem. Just pops open. I've had no problems with airlocks or leakage or anything like that. Simple to fill. I did point out as well with that. Now, it hasn't just opened up on me. It hasn't opened up in my pocket. But I could just see that if somebody catches that or hyperextends it. Where have I got that from? If you sort of like push it back, I can just see it sort of breaking. So have a little watch out for that. This is the part where I've just been giggling for. It comes with no straight glass. It just comes with the bubble glasses. You get 2 bubble glasses with it. They are 8mm. TPD compliant. There won't be any of that because it just wouldn't work with these coils. It'd probably be even hard to fit the 2mm tank on there. And you'd be filling it every couple of seconds. So yeah, 8mm, really good capacity. Airflow. Now the airflow on it, when it's absolutely wide open, which I'll show you in a second, it's just like taking air in. You've really got to dial it in. I'd roughly have it about halfway. Now the coils that you do get with this, you get a single mesh coil. That's best between 90 and 100 watts. You then get a dual mesh coil. Oh, sorry, the single mesh coil is a 0.32 ohm. The dual mesh is a 1.4 ohm, and that's best between 80 and 90 watts. They are chunky coils. What about the flavour? What about the clouds? Now, this is with the airflow wide open. Here's a triple airflow. And they have widened the airflow as well. Did get a bit of a whistle there, but I haven't had that whistle when I've been testing it. That whistle's just sort of come. I don't know where that's come from. Clouds, the flavour is absolutely corking. Clouds for days. If you like chucking clouds, you've got cloud bro. Yeah, that way around. Way I do it is I dial it into roughly around about halfway, and that seems to be how I want to vape it. Normally, when I'm vaping on a tank, I have the airflow wide open, but this is just too wide. Clouds for days. Really, really good flavour from it. Exactly the same as what you're getting from the Crown. I like this better than the Crown myself. I like the design a lot better. The Crown has that spinny thing that just keeps spinning. And when you push the cap down, it sort of traps in your beard and pulls out. Even the airflow went up and down on that, where this one doesn't. Really, really well made. You can get this in 3 different types of colours. I'll just leave it above my shoulder so you can check it out. The airflow is still a little bit noisy, but I didn't have that whistle before. Now, they're also saying that it has got self-cleaning. I'm not quite sure how that actually works, but they've got self-cleaning. And you're going to giggle at this one. They've got a thing called Pro Fox. Yes, you can read it yourself. It judges the temperature right. I'm not overly quite sure how that works. But the name itself made me giggle as well, but we're not going to get into more giggle fits. All in all, I really do like this tank. I love it a lot more than I do the Crown 5. If you're talking like the Falcon King or the Raptor or the Ororoff tank and stuff like that, what you got your Sub-Ohm tanks, this is just as good, if not better. Really, really good flavour and clouds for days. So yeah, big thumbs up for this. Big shout out for SourceMore. Obviously, I can't leave any links down in the description for SourceMore, but if you do a little bit of Google foo, you will be able to find SourceMore. Also, they've given me a code, store-wide, get yourself 10% off. Not just for this, it's store-wide, so use that code. So yeah, big shout out to SourceMore for sending it out for review. Big thumbs up, I really do like it. Like I said, decent flavour, decent clouds. Well, if you like the review, make sure you like, subscribe, and share the subscribe buttons in the corner. Give it a little press and get me to that new magic number. We're near the 3K, people. Press that subscribe button. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Go and hit me up. And there's one last thing to say. Keep them juices flowing. Don't forget to check out my latest video. Also, don't forget to check out 3 Men and a Vape Show live at 8 PM every Wednesday. And also, if you've enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell, and we'll catch you later.